I don't know if it's my communication or what, but it seems that people always misunderstand me. Whether it's at work or at home, I find myself being thrust into conflict all the time. How do I overcome being misunderstood? It's not easy. Because one easy way to resolve any misunderstanding is to agree with the other person. If you say I agree, all misunderstanding disappears, right? Misunderstanding is a form of conflict. Misunderstanding is a form of not just miscommunication, but a conflict. Because misunderstanding doesn't always mean that the other person hasn't understood what you wanted to say or communicate. Sometimes it just means they don't want to understand what you want to say or what you mean. I read somewhere, and it's very hard to make somebody understand something when their livelihood depends on not understanding it. If in somebody's vested interest it's best to not understand what you are saying, how can you possibly make them understand? Because they've already understood. They just won't admit it. Difficult. Having said that, I would say don't bother too much. Don't bother too much about being misunderstood and things like that. I read this story in the Hindi discourse. I quoted Khalil Gibran. So he wrote this beautiful thing once. A hyena met a crocodile once. And she said to the crocodile, "You must be a very happy creature. You are invincible in the water you're living in. Anybody steps in, and people have to step in to drink water. You just have to grab them, and there's your nice snack or meal. You maul them, you roll them, you do what you please. But look at me, I really have to roam around the woods, and everybody hates me. Somehow I'm neither a wolf, nor a dog, nor a lion. I don't fit anywhere. Nobody knows what's my category." The crocodile said, "I wish, hyena, my friend, I wish that what you said was actually true. But I also go through pain. I have my moments of loneliness and sorrow. I also wonder about the deep truths of life and sometimes feel quite meaningless and pointless. I can't even run on the ground. I'm always dragging this body on these tiny feet of mine. Life's a real drag, I tell you. And sometimes," the crocodile said, "I feel so much pain that I cry. But nobody takes me seriously. Everybody says, it's a crocodile tears. These are just crocodile tears. Nobody understands my plight. I'm also a living creature. Sometimes I feel like having the sun and going out, but I can't. I'm tied to this region. I have to stay close to the water. So life's not all rainbow and sunshine for me either. But you, on the other hand, I don't think you would have any such problem. You're free. I don't see any collar around your neck. Your name's not Wally. You go wherever you please. You go around wherever you like in the woods. I don't see what your problem could be." Hyena said, "What do you know? You know, nobody takes me seriously either. If I even sometimes cry in joy, they say, it's the laughter of a hyena. It means nothing. Can't be trusted." Always remember, people don't have to understand you. Because if they did, they would be you. Secondly, or B, following the convention, even if they understand you, doesn't mean they would actually agree with you. Sometimes there is great joy in disagreeing with somebody just for the heck of it. I disagree. Look at the conviction in this. I agree. Yeah. Yeah. No conviction there, right? I disagree. Automatically you feel empowered and liberated. So human beings are designed to disagree. Really, it's simple as that. I remember, just recall this joke. Mullah Nasrudin was sitting. He was called by the village chief and the jury there, who basically said that, Mullah, the charge on you is that you have been saying the wrong things about God, and you've been polluting the minds of our youth. By the way, this was also the charge that was on Socrates, for which he was poisoned. Such were the times. Now they shoot. So, so they said, look, that's the charge on you. Mullah said, well, who's brought this charge on me? They said, look at these intelligent people, these wise people. They've read all our scriptures. These 5 people have brought this charge on you. Mullah said, I have a simple test. If they can pull through this one, I would accept any punishment they tell me. They said, what's your test? Mullah said, give me a moment. I've got to run into my house and I'll be back in a few minutes. So he comes out and he brings a piece of bread. He says, please, can you tell me, sir, what is this that I'm holding in my hands? The first guy said, this is a gift from God. He said, thank you. Sir, he said to the second one, can you please tell me what is it that I'm holding in my hand? He said, this is sustenance for life. Mullah said, thank you. Sir, to the third one, he said, what do I have in my hand? He said, ridiculous question. This is a piece of bread, of course. To the fourth one, he poses the same question. The fourth one says, it's a combination of flour, of yeast, of water, and baked at a certain temperature. He said, thank you. To the fifth one, he says, what is this? The man says, it's a part of the whole. It's a slice from the loaf. Mullah turned to the chief and said, here your 5 very wise people couldn't agree on one damn thing. This bread. And they are telling me what my philosophy should be. They couldn't agree on what this simple thing is. Everybody had their own opinion. And such is the way of the world. People will have their own opinion or opinions. And it is perfectly fine. You don't have to be understood. It is impossible that everybody will understand us. Some can, but they won't. Some want to, but they can't. Right? Some just don't care. And it's good for you. Because each misunderstanding teaches us something about the others, and it teaches us something about ourselves. Each misunderstanding gives you the opportunity to break a bit more of the mold that we often put ourselves into. And we become that mold eventually. It doesn't have to be that way. So this man walked into the shop and nobody wanted to deal with him because every time he would come, just check the prices and then go away. So they said, Mullah, can you please deal with this guy? We are sick and tired of him. And Mullah said, okay. So this customer goes to Mullah and says, look, I'm looking for the cheapest suit you have in the shop. He said, sir, you're already wearing one. We don't have anything cheaper than this. So sometimes, remember this, everybody has a certain intellectual level. Every person you meet has a certain emotional level, and it is much higher than yours. Just joking. And it is much different. It is unique to each individual that you meet. And therefore, as long as they are not on the same level, they will not understand you. So if it is understanding that you seek, find out what do they actually want.